Hi, everybody. I am Deacon Dave, and welcome to day 17 of Silence in a Year. And Alicia, been with me the whole time so far this year. This has been great.
Yes.
Today's topic is divine love. And Alicia, what is the word of the day?
So I chose the word creator.
Okay.
Cardinal Sarah uses the phrase do you love the creature more than the creator? So it brings me back to thinking about what we were talking about in the previous episode about temporal.
Right.
And do we love the material things, the house, the prestige, the money, the career, and all of that, right? Instead of the creator who created these things to help us live, not for us to live by. We get so attached to all of these things and we forget who created these things. And we obsessed by them. So we take them for granted, I think.
Well, let me. I think you brought up a good point with Mary. Did you say Mary? You said
No.
yes.
No, that was a previous episode.
Okay,
where
well,
Mary said
I'm
yes.
thinking about Mary. Oh, I know what I'm thinking about. Mary always points back to Jesus, right? And so all of these things that are happening, all of these successes or things that we're doing, they should always point us back to Jesus, the Creator, right? God. That without him as the source of who we are, none of these other things would be possible, right? So I think to me it shines a new light on those things instead of them being our possessions. They are ways that God has empowered us, right, to be able to do things, almost like a gift, right? But we should always let them point back to him.
Right. And so I think that we take those things for granted.
Yeah.
Most especially hurtful, I think, is when we take our family and friends and those loved ones that God put in our life, right, for us to love and to care for. And we use them and then we discard them because we don't need them anymore. And again, that's taking our focus away from God, the Creator. In Hebrews chapter 4, it says, the word of God is living and effective, able to discern reflection and thoughts of the heart. And when I read that and I think about it, it's a reminder that God is living and breathing everything that he created, right? Everything around us.
Yeah.
And how do you use that? Are you abusing it? Are you taking care of it? Are you taking advantage of it? Or are you using it the way God intended you to use it, right? And so I think that's very important to go back to the Creator.
I agree. I think that the Lord wants to reveal to us through our families, through our successes, even through our trials, right? Everything ultimately goes back to him, his permissive will, his will of wanting to draw us closer to himself, right? To experience his holiness at a greater level. So I have a very beautiful home right on the water. So I've been very blessed, but I'm also very much reminded of the Creator every time I go home in a variety of different ways. Nature, immensity, and just all the beauty that surrounds that. So it would be really easy to go, well, look at this really nice house and property I have, which I guess I just said that, but I don't look at it that way when I go there. I look at it as this is a beautiful place that God has provided for me where I sit in my prayer room in silence and I'm able to look out on the water, which is very expressive, by the way. I mean, my mother-in-law is moving in soon. And I told her, I said, you have to get used to it. I said, because the water has a lot of different looks. And all of those different looks are different ways that God can speak to me, the Creator, on different days. And so really, in a lot of ways, I think a more intimate relationship is found with God, and we begin to understand better who we are, right? When everything we do, we point it back to the Creator, because then he reveals to us who we are.
Right. And that goes, makes me think of, we have to keep our hearts clean too.
Yep.
If God is dwelling in our hearts, and we use our hearts we do use our hearts for sin because we're human, right? But if we don't keep it clean and we don't continue to purge it, right, we're abusing our Creator.
which we don't want to do that.
No.
That's kind of that's hard to hear, that we are abusing our Creator. It's so true. But when you say it, it just like cuts like a knife, and we're not the ones that do the purging, and we're not the ones that do the cleaning, but we do need to go to the reconciliation shop so that the Lord can do his work. We just have to show up with an open heart.
That's right.
Out of love.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's close in prayer.
Okay. So no.
Oh, there's more.
There's a takeaway.
Oh my goodness.
So, for all the listeners, are there creatures in your life, right, that you love more than you do the Creator who created them? And if there is, how can you detach from those creatures and realign yourself closer to the Creator?
Great question.
Okay.
Here we go in prayer. I come, O Lord, unto your sanctuary to see the life and food of my soul. As I hope in you, O Lord, inspire me with that confidence which brings me to your holy mountain. Permit me, divine Jesus, to come closer to you, that my whole soul may do homage to the greatness of your majesty, that my heart, with its tenderest affections, may acknowledge your infinite love, that my memory may dwell on the admirable mysteries here renewed every day, and that the sacrifice of my whole being may accompany you. All right, everybody, I'm Deacon Dave. We'll see you next time.
Bye.